welcome to the show. We got a guest today, of course. We're going to talk about, we're going to have him here in just a minute. And, of course, we did have him at RealmsCon last year. Of course, Michael, Cristian, and I've got a, figures I can't find it.
Take your time.
Oh, this really bites the big one here. And I don't know where I put it. Okay, we'll just go ahead and let it go. But he was at RealmsCon last year, 2013, which I believe it was for the Underground Film Festival.
Yes, stuff. Yeah.
And
that the one there?
Oh, yeah, you're absolutely right. There we go.
Yeah.
The South Texas Underground Film Festival. And you also have a film you're going to be on very shortly.
Yes, next month. Yeah.
And here we go. Next month. And what's the name of that film, by the way?
The name is called The Golden Skull.
The Golden Skull.
Yeah.
Pirate movie?
Short pirate film, yeah. So that was a lot of fun to do. It was a fun shoot with director Michael Corey. So that was great. Yeah.
So how does it work? I mean, you go ahead and make the movie, and then you obviously you submit it to a couple places. Now, I guess this is one of the places that you submitted to. Is there any others?
Well, of course, the director has full control. It's his movie, so he's going to decide what he wants to do with it. So he submits it to, he's going to submit it. He already submitted to Stuff, and then he's going to submit it to other film festivals. So I'm looking forward to that. So, it's exciting. Arr.
Whoops. Now I say I already used the wrong one. Gosh darn it. Mm-hmm. There. Okay. I'll tell you, this show's going to be a little bit wild because I've got so many shots because this is actually the third show that I've actually done somebody live in the studio, not counting RealmsCon that we did last year.
Wow, yeah.
And so we're going to have to tweak the show a little bit, maybe switch up the camera shots, so please bear with us. And, okay, so what got you into acting, per se? Can you tell a little bit of history, how you got into it again?
It all started when I was real little. I saw the Horror of Dracula with Christopher Lee. I was real little, and when I saw, Christopher Lee as Dracula, I was like, wow. I just, I can do that. I want to do that. I want to be that, And so, that's what got me interested in acting, So, and then, of course, years later, when I saw my hero, Shane Bryant, and the picture of Dorian Gray, well, that just added more fuel to the fire, my enthusiasm. I just wanted to be an actor. So that's what I've been doing ever since. So.
Yeah, and it's kind of funny because you mentioned it was a vampire movie. I think you kind of played one in one of your demo reel. I think I noticed.
I played a demon. Yeah, played a demon like.
Oh, okay. So it isn't necessarily a vampire, right?
No, it was a demon. Yeah.
So actually, we're going to go ahead and cut away. We're going to show some of his work. He's got a demo reel. It shows a little bit about some of his movies that he's filmed them in, and we're going to bring that up right now, which I enjoyed watching. Okay, here we go. We'll be right back.
I don't want to die, man.
Nobody does, Greg. But you don't have much of a choice in the matter now, do you?
I'm sorry.
I understand. I do. But I'm still gonna kill you.
Get in the front. I do have doors. Jeez.
Your partner got killed over this, and you're just gonna walk away?
It's That's what you do, Smokey.
And me? What about me? You're just gonna throw me out there all by myself with some drug dealers out there thinking that I jacked their shit?
You did jack their
Colin Donovan doesn't want those coins. The girl who gave them to me said they were broken. Whatever the that means. How can coins be broken?
It doesn't matter that Donovan doesn't want these coins anymore. What matters is that he knows I want them.
You're paranoid.
So you know what? Just because I'm paranoid doesn't mean...
Right. So, what do you say? $5,000 sound like a fair price? Oh, I'm sorry, bro. I didn't know.
Oh, God!
Good stuff, isn't it?
Do you know how rare this is? The last time I drank blood this good, I was watching the last episode of Leave It to Beaver.
Nice blade. Did Dwarf have a garage sale?
Please stop! Please stop! Stop! Please! Oh, God, please! All right, this is just getting stupid. I'm hanging up now. Hello?
Yeah.
Okay, we're back, and interestingly enough, when we were playing that demo reel, I just found out in one of those movies we showed in the demo reel, he plays in the movie with his brother, which I didn't know he was an actor. I was like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah, Santiago Villalobos. Hey, Holmes. Yeah, we call each other Holmes.
Oh, Holmes? Okay.
Yeah, because of Sherlock Holmes. We grew up watching Sherlock Holmes movies, and Sherlock Holmes, Watson is always saying, Holmes. So, yeah.
Yeah. I always want to switch to that one. Okay, here we go. We're gonna go back to this one. Okay. Tell me some of your favorite maybe actors, people that influence you, or maybe directors, or even like films today that you like, or even in the past.
Yeah. My favorite actor, I grew up, he's my hero, is Shane Bryant, British actor. And like I said before, when I saw the picture of Dorian Gray in the summer of 1986, that's what, I became a big fan of his, and that, I wanted to be an actor even more, so I love time period stuff, so the picture of Dorian Gray takes place in the Victorian times. So, I enjoy time period stuff. So I've done some few time period films, so it's fun to be in costume and everything, make believe you're in another time era. So it's awesome.
Actually, I like that kind of stuff too. I have seen Dorian Gray a couple different renditions.
Yeah, which
makes it interesting.
Yeah, Mr. Bryant's version is the 1973 version. Yeah, there was a remake. I forgot the guy's name. Actor Ben Barnes, I think, Prince Caspian guy, back in 2009. Yeah, so that was a remake. So another actor that's influenced me is actor Stephen Boyd. He passed away in 1977. I've always liked him. He was memorable in Ben-Hur with Charlton Heston. He's the Roman guy. They have that chariot race.
Yeah, it's been a while since I watched it, but yeah.
Yeah, so basically Shane Bryant, Stephen Boyd, French actor Alain Delon, Yul Brynner, Charlton Heston.
Oh, yeah.
I got a letter from Charlton Heston. So,
oh, really?
Yeah, so that was awesome. So yeah, I got a letter from him, from Moses himself.
Yeah. Well, what was that about? Did you just write to him, or?
Yeah, I had been watching the movie El Cid, and that really influenced me. And that was really a down time in my life when I was growing up with, my first girlfriend breakup and everything. So, and I found out that he just published his autobiography, In the Arena, 1995. Yeah. So I figured it's fresh, it's now, and this is before the internet and everything. Sending messages quickly through email. So back then it was all handwritten letters. We don't do that anymore.
Email,
we don't do that anymore. So I wrote to him. Handwritten letter. I wrote a poem based on the Cid, saying his love to his girl Jimena, and so he got the letter. I sent it to Simon and Schuster in care of him. It's Charlton Heston. And 6 months later, he writes back. My mom's like, all excited. Mike, Charlton Heston wrote to you. So I was like, what? I didn't believe it. Like, I mean, this is the biggest thing, Charlton Heston. Come on, So, so it was amazing. It was amazing. So I got a letter from Charlton Heston. I still got it at home, so.
You better frame it. No.
Yeah, I need to. I've been wanting to kind of fix it where I want to frame it with my picture, how I looked back in 1995, 96, and how he looked back in 95, 96. So,
that's cool. Yeah.
But I haven't, I've been procrastinating through this, but it's something that I want to do, So
that's cool. Was it like on letterhead and all that?
Yeah, it was. His name is all kind of like it's embedded. Like it's out, you can feel the I don't know how
embossed, I guess.
Yeah, well, how can I kind of like Braille? You know how you feel?
Yeah.
The letters are embedded. It's pretty cool.
I was like, no, I want to see it. Go get it. Go home, right?
Yeah, Charlton Heston. Yeah, so it's pretty awesome.
Pretty exciting.
And I'm very fortunate. I mean, Charlton Heston. Come on, that doesn't happen every day. And he passed away in 2008. So, I'm very lucky to have gotten a letter from him. So
and it's funny because I listen to this radio talk show on sports radio, and Eric Von Wade seen Chuck Norris, and he was like going on and on about it, and he actually had a chance to take pictures with him. He was really nice. His wife was equally as nice, and so this is like the second day he was going on about Chuck Norris. I was like, oh, awesome. So
I like Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris is the man. He's cool, man. He's cool.
And okay, we're gonna go ahead and show another clip, and hopefully I don't get this wrong. Once Upon Ever After?
Once Upon an Ever After, director Pablo Schmidt.
Okay, I'm glad you added the director's name. We're going to show a clip of that right now.
Thank you, Pablo.
Mother, look at this one. Are you all right, dear?
My name is Rodrigo de Sevilla, Alejandro Gallego de Bustamante y Guzman. And I never miss, senor.
I am Sam, of this forest.
My skill with bow and arrow is surpassed only by skill with sword. I travel across many lands, offering my services to anyone who wishes to hire them. Yesterday, I came upon a village near here. I was told that you were looking for someone with my talentos. So, who do you wish for me to kill?
A troll.
Interesting.
And that was a clip from Once Upon an Ever After with Cristian Michael Cristian and
Christian Michael. Michael Cristian.
Yeah, I guess you're not too. Well, it was funny when we were talking about doing the pre-show. Each shot had a different spelling of your name, so I had to go in there and fix it.
Yeah,
I mean it happens. Going back, so we mentioned a little bit about some of your movies. Now, what was your newest film? Of course, this is coming out on, of course, the South Texas Underground Film Festival.
Yeah, next month.
And which is going to be next month, November 14th, 15th, and 16th at the Art Center in Corpus
the Art
Christi.
Center. Yeah.
So I don't know if you can talk about the film without giving anything away, because I know the director might get mad at you or something.
Yeah. Well, basically, it's a pirates trying to steal the captain's treasure, and as with all treasures, people get greedy, and so that's when unfortunate things happen. So and that'll be shown, I believe, on the 14th. The first day of the festival. So. You guys go out there. Be sure you go out there and look.
Yeah, and see it.
The Golden Skull. Mm-hmm.
Now, unfortunately, I missed. I really wanted to see when you had it last year at RealmsCon, the Underground Film Festival.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I had to cover the festival as a whole.
Yeah.
So maybe if I have a chance, I'm going to try to go there during one of those 3 times and check it out.
Yeah.
And now I do know they have an art museum down there, but I think that's different from the art center, right?
Yeah, it's going to be at the art center. Yeah, not the art museum, the art center, by the water, real close by the water. Well, the art museum's by the water too, but I think the one by the somewhere by the Selena statue, somewhere,
Yeah,
close to the Whataburger, I think, somewhere out there. Right? Yeah, the Art Center, the Corpus Christi Art Center, not the Art Museum, but the Art Center.
Yeah.
I suck at directions, so
I know because I know I was going to mess it up too as well talking about it.
Yeah.
Because we got kind of two down there. They're Art Center.
I always get confused, the Art Museum, the Art Center, because people, when they think Art Center, well, they think the Art Museum, or they think the Art Museum, or they think the Art Center. So, there's two different, so.
And, okay, can you tell us anything more? Tell us about your book, books, your writings.
Right. My unpublished books, but I'm writing them and publishing them on Facebook. I've written Castle of Blood. That was a fun one to write. It's kind of like a Zorro versus Dracula kind of thing, but because of copyright issues and stuff, I made my own hero, Ello versus. I could have used Count Dracula. Count Dracula is not copyrighted. Zorro is, but Count Dracula. But I decided to make it Count Vlad. So it's Ello versus Count Vlad. And of course, I illustrated some of it, and the costume is the same. So basically, people see it, it's Zorro, but basically, it's Castle of Blood. It's about a wealthy landowner who's accused of a crime he didn't commit, and so in fear for his life, in fear of the law, he goes to Spain to stay with his sister in Madrid. And along the way, he hears of gruesome murders being committed, in Madrid, supposedly by vampire killers. And so he decides to investigate. He takes on the persona of a masked bandit, and he becomes the hero. And so in that one, I don't explain how he becomes, El Lobo. He just is. In part 2, the sequel, Sword of Spain, I explain a little bit more how he became the next hero. So so it's pretty fun.
And okay, now I think this is available from your Facebook channel. So how do you do that exactly?
Well, what I do is I type it and I save it and then I share it on Facebook with everybody. So
is it I'm not sure how Facebook with files, you just download the file, or is it?
There's a section where you type it on notes and you save it, and then it becomes a. I think people can go to my account and read. I think so. I don't have to necessarily share it with it. I think they can go in automatically and read for themselves if they want. Yeah. So. But I'll be sharing it again next, maybe the next year, next Halloween, Castle of Blood. It's a kind of Halloween adventure. And I wrote the Machete Chopper. That was fun to do. I like all these teenage slasher flicks. I know what you did last summer, and when a killer calls and So basically, it's a group of young adults. They have to band together and take on a killer who's escaped again from an insane asylum, a local insane asylum. So that was fun. Yeah. So. Yeah. Well,
do you think you might publish it in some other areas? Not necessarily. I kind of talked during the pre-show, maybe on iTunes or even Amazon. I think you can even make it free if you wanted to. If you didn't want to go through all the legal hassles or something. Yeah. Or you post it somewhere else. Have you ever thought of doing spreading it out so other people see? Maybe.
I think maybe I can post it on YouTube. Maybe. Haven't thought of that.
Like an audio version or something? Yeah, that's very possible. And I'm just asking.
But for now, it's I share it on Facebook, and I'll be sharing my upcoming. I wrote a play, Masada, and that's a true story about the Jewish rebellion against the mighty Roman Empire. So that was a tragic true story. So that was fun to write, and diving into history and everything, and it's funny because I was fortunate. I had the rare honor and the rare privilege to get the phone number. I forgot how I got the phone number, but I was able to converse with Ehud Netzer, Professor Ehud Netzer. He discovered King Herod's tomb, and back in May of 2007, I believe. Wow. Yeah. So back in 2009, I was researching from Masada. And I forgot who I called, but they said, you want to talk to Professor Ehud Netzer? Do you want his phone number? They say, who? And I go, who's that? Well, he's the one that discovered King Herod's tomb. It's like, wow, King Herod? The one that tried to have Jesus killed? I'm like, yeah, sure. Wow. So they give me the number, and I was fortunate to converse with Professor Netzer for off and on for almost a year. Mm-hmm. And sadly, he, the anniversary of his death is coming up, I believe, on the 28th, and so every now and then I would call him from time to time for almost a year. And when I called the last time, his wife told me the sad news that he was killed, and so I was very shocked and heartbroken, and so I was like, wow, wow. I mean, how do you? it was hard, but yeah. But hey, I was very fortunate,
Yeah.
So.
Well, you said you wrote a play. Now, I'm not sure how you go about writing a play, but do you have you write down this part and that part and you put it together so somebody actually, you could submit it somewhere and then maybe, or?
I would like to submit it somewhere, but, things like that, I would have somebody I would need somebody to help me.
Yeah.
But I researched it, and thanks to Professor Netzer for helping me, I was able to write the play. What's cool about it is that it's real life people who once lived. I put Josephus in there.
Uh-huh.
Josephus was a historian, and I put Eleazar ben Yair. He was the leader of the Zealots of Masada,
Uh-huh.
and of course the opponent, the Roman general Flavius Silva.
Uh-huh.
So that was pretty cool, And what's cool in Sword of Spain, the sequel to Castle of Blood with the mass hero El Lobo, it's funny how it happens, but I was able to put a real life historical person in there, General Nathan Bedford Forrest, the founder of the KK. Well, he was one of the founders of the KKK. So it was like, wow, it's amazing how I use a real life character inside a fictional story.
I think it makes it more interesting and authentic almost in a way. Of course, when you talk about Dracula, it was based. Bram Stoker based it on Vlad the Impaler, which is interesting how he put it in the story, made it more interesting.
Yeah, Dracula was a real person, not the vampire that we all know in Hollywood, but Count Dracula, meaning the dragon or the devil. Count Dracula was a real person as far as he was a soldier, a warrior. So yeah, it's pretty interesting. Fun stuff.
Okay, we're probably going to say goodbye to Michael on this one, but guess what? Stick around during our the next show for you live viewers. We're going to be doing the tech webcast. We're going to have Michael Cristian with us as well, so stay tuned for that. We're actually going to have we're going to do a little bit. We have time left over. Might do a tech article or two, and actually we're going to talk about. And let me see if I have the screenshot. I know it's in here somewhere. And may not be. Oh, well, we're just going to talk about it. It's just one of those shows, I think.
No problem.
And I was talking a little about it earlier because I was importing this now. In fact, we talked about last week on the Tech Webcast. It's a new social networking site called Ello. That's taking the world by storm. Because it's a little bit different from Facebook because people have more privacy. They guarantee not to share user data with advertisers, and there's no advertisements in any of the pages or anything like that. Now, there has been some stories, people still worrying about how they're going to make money and support this social networking site, because normally most of them eventually get some kind of advertising in there to pay for it. And even the tech bloggers were very adamant about this. And in a way, I kind of was too, because I'm like, how are they going to, keep this going? I mean, it sounds like a wonderful site because there are people that are very interested in this because when it first started, in 1 month's time, we had 1 million users already registered and using the website with 3 million on the waiting list. So it did take one of the fastest social networking sites.
Awesome.
Now, like I said, then we do have people who are some of the tech industry experts saying, well, eventually they're going to have to do something, and advertising came up again. Now, this is what they've done. They are going to prove everybody wrong. They're actually going to, and let me read this down here. They're going to be turning into a public benefit corporation, or PBS, and they even wrote this in the charter, saying they will never sell users' data and never be acquired by a company that would do so, and not to use advertising. So in a way, they kind of proved those people wrong. But it's going to be very interesting how they are going to make their money, though. They're going to have to make it some way to keep on going. They do have venture capital from investor, I think 5 investors, $5.5 million. And I know we talked this with Michael because you really like Facebook. For is that one of your most used websites, Facebook? Or
yes, Facebook is that's the site I use the most, and it's real nice. I like it. Very helpful, very useful. So I don't know if I would use any other site for now.
Oh, really? So you don't use like Twitter or maybe I think they got Google Plus, but that's mostly the photographers and the tech people.
Yeah, I got a Twitter account. I have a Twitter account.
Oh, do you? Yeah, how often do you use it?
Not much, not a lot. I'm mostly on Facebook, so yeah.
Oh, okay. Then again, I was thinking the type of site that Ello is. You being an actor, because you want to get your name out there, and you don't necessarily want to prevent that from happening, so you might more so use another site.
Sure. If I get the hang of it and know how to use it. Yeah, I definitely.
But I'm sure there's times, because I know, with the really well-known actors, they're very, of course you got the paparazzi, they don't want to be messed with, so maybe they were going to look into Ello, I don't know, for the family.
Come on, paparazzi, come bother me, make me known, please. Come on, bug me, yeah, put that microphone in my face, put that camera in my face, come on, put that camera in my face, please. Yeah.
Well, there you get your chance, right?
Yeah.
But it'd be nice to have that problem sometimes if you're an actor, right?
Yeah.
Up and coming actor, right?
Yeah.
So,
so I'm sure it'll have its good moments and bad moments,
Yeah,
so,
probably when you're first starting out, you want that. I don't know. Yeah, I could say, let's say, for instance, that all of a sudden you caught on, and maybe 5 and 10 years, well known. You're one of the highest paid actors. But do you think maybe that would be a problem after a while? Would it?
Well, I would just be concerned. I just don't want, them, like harassing my mom or, wherever she lives. Oh, you're the mother of so-and-so. And I don't, I wouldn't want them to be creeping on her property and, things like that. I'm not worried about me, but I wouldn't want them to be, messing with my family members. You know what I mean? So that, that would be it.
Yeah.
But by all means, take my picture. Take my picture. Yeah. Just don't bother my family, please.
Yeah. That makes sense. I didn't think about that. Yeah.
Another interesting thing about my name Cristian. It's I'm a nail technician by trade, and years ago I did this lady's nails, and she said, "Are you still pursuing acting?" I said, "Yeah, still doing that." And she said, "What name are you going to be under? What are you going to be known as, so I can look for you?" And I said, "Well, I don't know. I've been using Michael Lobos, because my real last name is Villalobos, and I use Lobos, cut it in half. It's bad for a Mexican to cut his name in half, last name in half. But anyway, so I use Michael Lobos, and she looked at me. She goes, "No, you look like a Michael Cristian, and I'm like, "Michael Cristian? I'll think about that. Thank you." And so I was thinking about it, and I thought, well, you know what? Let me put it to a vote. So I would do the customers' nails, pedicures, whatever, and I would just, in a conversation with them, I was like, "Yeah, I'm doing acting, and what do you think I should go under? Should I go under Michael Lobos or Michael Cristian?" And after a while, everybody, the majority was in favor of Michael Cristian. Mm-hmm. So okay, I'll stick with Cristian. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop the H and keep it within the Spanish realm, so, Cristiano Cristian, so it can be both. So it can be both for English and Spanish speaking people, So I'm catering to both.
Well, is it like you mentioned cutting your name in half? Is that like social suicide in your?
Oh right. Oh yeah. Especially for the Mexican American community. Yeah, it's kind of like a bad thing, But anyway, I hope I'll be forgiven.
Maybe if you make it and you do a lot for the community and all that.
Yeah. At first, I had hassle for my brother and stuff a long time ago and friends, but they got used to it. So it's okay. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
And we're showing about 7:49 p.m. Central Time. Stay tuned because we're going to be doing the tech webcast, and we've got Michael Cristian's with us. Going to be staying with us for that. But till then, see you next week. And of course, we're doing recording